Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Now what we specialize in is talking about things most people don't talk about. We specialize in going that extra mile, the 1% of the 1%, like I always keep saying. Now this video is no different. As you can see, what is behind me? Yeah, you're probably thinking, Nick, your mind must be going around in circles seeing that. Yes, it is. It is a dry day and I've got white tires. What is going on? What has happened? I've just got my car back from Porsche Centre Nottingham. Legends, thank you so much. Amazing people. They always look after me. And around the whole car, in my tradition, right before the spring season, irrespective of how many miles I have done on the tires, but usually, you know, it's a lot, I always get around this time of year a brand new set of tires. Now what you see here is a brand new set of Pilot Sports 4S's, best tire on the planet. Argue with me in the comments, please. Now they've just been mounted. There is obviously molding wax, etc., and mounting wax all over the wheels, all over the tires. Now, like I've always said, this is the one time you have in your tires life to really reset them, get them back to how they should be, and then start building the moisture levels. And this is then what you see for the rest of the year, tires looking like they've been ceramic coated. So I'm going to take you through today how to clean, decon, and begin the level 1 stages of moisturizing any tire in the world. So the first thing that we need to talk about is, of course, the cleaning kind of capabilities. The tire is not dirty per se. However, during the manufacturing process and during the mounting process, as you can see, I cannot unhide that horrific thing that you're seeing right now. We need to clean that off, ready for the next stage. So let's talk about what you're going to need. You're going to need a very high performance, strong, high dwelling tire cleaner that is actually designed to penetrate the rubber substrate, undress. And what you're also going to need is a choice of your tire brush. Now the detail factory tire brush in the color that I brought to market, the black and white, is the very best tire brush on the planet. That is quite highly regarded all around the world. Beautiful brush, soft but hard but soft, so it's right slap bang in the middle. So first of all, we need to clean this. Now you're going to see probably me doing, you know, let's guess 2 scrubs. The first one is, of course, going to be the cleaning kind of level, and the second one is going to be what I call the check scrub. You want to be chasing basically white foam, so wet the tire down beautifully and just go to town with the undress. Now the way this product comes out, you've seen this a million times, it dwells like an absolute king, right? So because we are doing a heavy clean, I'm going to preload the tire brush. Now as you can see, the foam is white anyway already. As I said, you are not really removing any road grime just yet. I've done all of about 20 miles on these tires so far. But still, you have to go through the process. You cannot have a world-class tire finish that you see for the rest of the year or however long you own the tires without the right prep. So look, white foam anyway. In that case, we're like removing the molding waxes, etc. Quick rinse. That tire's flat as a pancake. It's awful. I cannot wait to start. And then we're going to go for the check scrub. Now I'm going to say the same statement a few times over the video. If you have existing tires already and you want to strip / decon your tire because you have an existing tire dressing on, you want to completely remove it, or you just want to have like a refresh halfway through the year, this method will apply to you. So it's not just I've got to have fresh tires every time. You could decon your tire as many times as you need. Right, foam is richer, of course, so we're removing the waxes. Beautiful. And the molding agents and the mounting agents, which I'm probably more concerned with on this video. Look at that. Rich, white, nice. So the tire's clean, but it's not clean below the surface, especially when you're talking about tire moisturizers. Or if you're using a tire sealant, you know, there are a few companies out there in the world, a few brands who are coming out with what's called, you know, almost permanent, semi-permanent, however you want to call it, tire sealant. So anything like that, but more importantly, tire moisturizers that need to seep in to the rubber, you want to make sure the surface is ready. Here comes step 2. Now here comes the real magic, people. You will see a very beautiful product called the Tyre residue remover. Now the Tyre residue remover, specifically the residue part, is where literally all the money is in this product. This is one of the safest tire removers on the planet. As soon as you spray it, of course it doesn't smell like strawberries, but it does not smell like any tire remover out there on the planet. Now that is a fact. Smells beautiful, and that is obviously goes hand in hand with why it's one of the safest in the world, because we haven't got the same horrible, nasty, cheap, tacky materials that are in every other aggressive tire remover. Now those tire removers may be more aggressive and they may remove a tar spot in 15 seconds as opposed to 20 seconds, right? But for the extra, you know, 5, 10, 15% of power, I would rather slightly save the world, slightly save the surface that you're working on, which is the tire, the paint, everything, right? And at the same time, have a product that actually penetrates further down into your kind of job than anything else. So the residue part of it is a very innovative thing that we've done, right? This will penetrate, in this case, so much better. I mean, look, almost perfume-like. I'm going to say that very lightly. So what you're going to see is a very suspect light colored towel, which very shortly will be forced to go in the bin. So the Tyre residue remover will actually now penetrate below the substrate. No matter how much undress I use, it will literally not go down an inch behind the tire and actually penetrate the stuff that you need to penetrate. This will, right? So you want to let it dwell, you know, 15 seconds, 30 seconds, depending on the weather. I'm still luckily in the shade, so it's good. Because I'm doing this only once, I'm going to lightly pre-treat the towel just to give it, the reason you pre-treat things like this, your agitator tool, is basically to give them a little bit more bite. So again, light color towel, and instantly I'm just feeling stickiness. It's taking it. Here we go. Ooh, the tire changes. It goes from like a weird fish and chop greasy texture to just like a basically satin goodness. And take your time with this. Just work it round. I'm still not seeing it. Now again, these tires, each tire is different, each year it's different, so whatever you pull, but just know that when this is finished, it's completely pulled everything off. Here we are. This is the remainder of what you could not take out with undress. Just have a look at that. That was the clean side, that's the dirty side. That is exactly what you need to be chasing. Now, of course, just rinse all the tires off, repeat all the other 3 tires, and I will see you on the inside. Okay guys, so we are inside. As you can see by the look of the tires, they don't look bad, but they're very sticky, okay? Now, this is your most important opportunity to get your life of the tire perfect. Now, if you have got an existing tire and you have just done the process that you have just seen, the answer is the same. The tire is bare, the rubber is porous, and it's ready for some moisture, right? Liquid. So what I would recommend, first of all, always shake the product well, but in this specific case, either a strip tire or in this case, even worse, a brand new tire, like always, go heavier than usual. There's a method to this madness. You basically want to over apply the product, because right now through the camera, me in person, I cannot tell you, and neither do you know, what is the exact percentage of moisturization does this specific tire require at this specific kind of time frame in life. Nobody knows this answer. However, the best way to give you that answer is the tire will actually tell you, because it will absorb as much as it needs and reject as much as it doesn't need. So I have got a little bit more, like look, I'm going to show you. I've got a little bit more than I would actually naturally use, right? And you could see this, look. As soon as you start to squeeze, you get to see just how saturated the foam is. And what you'll notice is every time you hit a dry spot on the tire, it sticks. So yeah, this is a horrific point in life for anybody who likes a perfectly looking tire. What you've got to do, massage it in. Again, I'm not going to teach you how to go around in circles. You've seen me go around in circles way too many times. But basically, you just want to be thorough. Coat every single part of exposed rubber, obviously that you're going to address, in as much product as possible. Now what you will notice, if I bring you in a little bit closer, if you look closely, just look how even the tire is already looking. You don't see any like gross over application. I mean, I had quite a lot of product on the tire hex grip, and that only means one thing, that this tire needs moisture. So I'm going to go around, thoroughly dress every single tire as I did with the first tire. I mean, look, it just stops, which is a bad sign and a good sign. You know the tire's bare, a little bit like sticky paint. When you do a good decon on it, chemical, mechanical, and you dry the car and it's just sticky and awful, you know that you're on the right level of journey, because when something's sticky, non-slick, you know the paint's ready. In this case, it's exactly the same answer with the tire. All right, guys, so I've actually pushed you back in the room just so you could see the whole scene being set. Currently, as you could see, and I say this all the time, but with new tires, the problem's even worse, right? So these sides are cooking. Obviously, I've done the other side as well. This is the worst it will look. It changes literally by the minute. So 1 minute, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, it gets better and better as it goes along. Now, the reason I'm going to actually let this sit overnight is you will see tomorrow. I'm going to literally, after this segment, I'm going to turn the camera off. I'm going to continue with my day. I'm going to come back first thing tomorrow morning. We're going to turn the camera back on. I'm going to actually keep it in the spot that it's at right now. And we will actually have a look at what the tires look like. Now, tomorrow, I'm going to actually just future-proof this already. Tomorrow, you will see that what you are seeing right here will completely change. And then we will, of course, wipe it down a little bit. And we will kind of go from there, and we will achieve level 1. So without further ado, I will see you in 24 hours tomorrow morning in exactly the same spot. All right, guys, so it has been directly overnight. I'm hoping the camera's focused on me and blurring the car out, but what has happened overnight is truly remarkable, how you're about to see this now. So you saw from yesterday, it was neither here nor was it there. The tire didn't know what it was doing because it's so dry. Leave it on overnight. As I said, nothing else has been done to this. It hasn't been knocked down. It hasn't been knocked up. This is what you're currently looking at, is the raw, air-cured kind of finish. And to be honest, I would say, looking at camera, please tell me in the comments, but I think around 95+% of people would look at this out the bottle and go, you know what, it's perfect look for me. Now, of course, this is always The first application on a fully penetrated tire with, undressed multiple hits, tar and residue, sometimes multiple hits too, you will see that the tire is extremely dry. I mean, all the pores are open, there is zero moisture in there. So the first application is always going to be where you're playing it kind of by ear. Your future applications right now are going to be 1/10 of the product is required. And the more you do it, the less product that you actually need. And it spreads obviously a lot easier. There's no dry spots, there's no drag spots. But this right now, I think, is absolute perfection. So what I'm going to actually do, very unorthodox of me, because it is the first application, I'm actually going to leave this as it is. I'm going to roll with this look up until the next week or whenever I wash it. I'm going to obviously give it a light fettle with undress, and then I'm going to start building, obviously, layer 1.1, 1.2, etc. But for this one, I just want to let the product do its business, do its job, leave it as it is. I think it looks absolutely stunning. Let me show you that rear tire as well a little bit closer. I think it is probably the most perfect look that you can ever achieve on a tire by doing absolutely nothing to it apart from the application. So the reason I'm showing you the rear tire is actually a slightly larger profile, so it has a more defined look for you to actually see on camera. This right here, watch, right? You're going to go all the way around, all the way around. Look. There's absolutely zero residue, and this is exactly what you want. If you started pulling off, a ton of grease on your hands or anything like that, don't forget, if that's what it's doing on your hands, as soon as you start driving through, dust, pollen, sand, wherever you may be on the outside environment, not only is that going to stick on your hands, or it's going to stick on your tire. And this is where you start seeing the 100,000 YouTube videos of people cleaning up just this horrid greasy mess on tires. And personally, I don't know if that's what you like, great. If that works for you, don't stop doing what works. But I would probably, stereotype most people don't want to be doing that. And this is where Dress V2 kind of comes in. So this is my, as I said, annual tradition of getting the tire in the perfect shape that it possibly can for the upcoming season or the outgoing season. It really depends where you are on your calendar year, but for me, luckily, it's going into the warmer season. So the maintenance of this is going to be absolutely faultless and effortless. And if you have tried this method, whether it be on new tires, like brand spanking out the box, or you've done this halfway through the life of your current tires, please let me know in the comments, how did you get on? And if you haven't, for the people who have done some remnants of this kind of process, guide the people. If you see somebody in the comments right now in this video talking about, what, looks cool, I'm not sure where to start. Obviously, apart from following the video down to a T with what you've just seen, the more seasoned vets, help a brother out, help a sister out. If they're new in the process, that's what it's all about, helping people. So apart from that, guys, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for following along my little weird journey. And I will always catch you all on the next one. See you guys.